Hello, greetings, salutations, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Star Jettison's host of the most, Angel Star, is here to let you know what's going on today. And what's going on today? Well, it's more YouTube streams, of course. Playing more Ace Attorney, the first Phoenix Wright in the Ace Phoenix Wright trilogy, or trilogy. Just to sound very funny. Anywho, if I remember correctly, we are interrogating some lady named, and I am not joking when I say this, Angel Star. I've never played this game in my life. I don't know all the characters, but the fact that there's a character named Angel Star, and, you know, Angel Star of the Star Jettison here, I'm pretty certain that's like one of the funniest coincidences that's ever happened for me as a content creator. Anywho, where we last took off, we were trying to figure out whether or not this one lady, who kind of looks like my enemy, but that might just be me, he is basically who is also one of the top prosecutors, is basically now framed for murder. So we gotta figure out whether or not that actually is the case, since this is one of those extra ones from the original game. Luckily, this is probably the last of the original Phoenix Wright, and hopefully we'll get this done by the final week of May. But again, I don't know how long this is going to be, and of course we're going to be doing a lot of voice acting here, because they have yet to put voice acting in. Well, maybe if they do, this is already a remaster, so I doubt they'll do voice acting in the future. Plus, it's visual novels. Voice acting in a visual novel doesn't seem right, especially when you do all these voices. I don't remember every single voice though I give, with the exceptions of, you know, voice Phoenix is just my voice. Voice Miles Edgeworth is my voice. But I think I made Angel Star a Southern Belle. And the old man is always different. But luckily, with Von Karma, I think I've narrowed it down to how the judge should sound. Anyways, I don't remember everything that happened, but we do know that she was lying, and she's basically not a good witness. And we're still only on day 2. The Rise from the Ashes, which has no word of turnabout whatsoever, which feels like a sin. Anyways, let's play. Let's figure out what we need. We'll look over the evidence while we're... We'll also look over the evidence yet again, just to see what we're dealing with. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Mr. Wright?
Huh? What?
Are trials always this way with you?
Okay, let's look at the court record. We gotta look at everything. That... Oh! Huh. So this is what the back badge looks like? I always thought it had a safety pin. Each badge has a number carved into it. That way you can tell which attorney it belongs to. You mean you couldn't lend me a badge to anyone? No, I'd be found out right away. Well, that's no fun. Well, that's an interesting fact. I never learned. Oh yeah, that's a built-in mechanic. I totally forgot. Let's see. So let's look at the people first. Miles Edgeworth. Not these guys. Emma Skye, who's basically our Maya this time around. High school junior and self-styled scientific investigator, client sister of Lana Skye, who is the defendant and chief prosecutor for the district, wounded on her right hand. Then there's Miss Angel Starr, who roughly is a year younger than me. A mysterious lunch lady, witness to the murder, known as the Cough-Up Queen, because I think if I remember correctly, she was also in forensics, or she was like dumbshoosing. And then there's Jake Marshall, patrolman investigator. The incident of the prosecutor's office thinks he's a cowboy. And this is our victim, Bruce Goodman. The victim and a good man, detective in charge of the Homicide and Criminal Affairs Division 1. Let's see, his ID card, King of Prosecutors trophy that Edgeworth got, the Edgeworth's knife, because the murder took place in his car, parking stub, parking name for the prosecutor's law. This was Miles Edgeworth's. The Blue Badger panel, which is a very odd thing, but now that I look at it, there's a handprint on it. I wonder if we can check it. I stand corrected. Goodman's autopsy report. Death due to loss of blood. One knife wound. Died within the hour and a half of 4 p.m. Goodman's note. Victim's memo found in a car trunk. 6/7s on December 2nd. Or no, wait, it would be February 12th. Because for some stupid reason, and I've always been taught that it's always month, day, then year. But it's now day, month, and year, but I never understood that. It always messes me up. Lana's cell phone. The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. That, oh yeah. And then there was the parking lot in Edgeworth's car. This is just basically how it looks. We generally know we thought she was in Sector B, but in truth, she was actually in the security room in Sector A, looking at the cameras, noticing the quote-unquote murder take place. Let's see, the crime photo taken by Angel Starr after the crime was committed. Now, the weird thing is, how did she take a... Well, this must have been around the same time when she was trying to get rid of the body. She saw the murder, but the body was in the trunk. That's so weird. This would have been taken... And then there's the victim's shoe. White enamel shoe, bears traces of blood of Goodman and Lana Skye. Okay, so I think we got everything down onto everything we need, and we also are going to find that key piece of evidence, and it's within the muffler, which was her scarf. So we got to think of a good... Oh, I think I already gave a sciencey voice to one of the movie people, but I'm going to just give it a New Jersey accent.
California-like. Oh my god. Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of the lake, about to reach the surface? But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there? Actually, it sounds a little more like Brooklyn. I've got a Brooklyn accent.
Pretty much. Except today, we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway?
Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers.
Probably something to do with a piece of cloth.
So, this is where we turn the toy around, right? Our only weapon, a 20-centimeter piece of cloth.
I'm the only one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. Oh, I forgot to give him very rash vocabulary.
Hey, that Ray partner, you saw Red Glove on the ball there, fire every dimmer, yeah, but
I like his theme, though.
that's what they told me when I was young.
Oh, Marshall.
I come take a look, see where the trail's going through like I'm right. They got your home lane locked down there and the warden there in the territory. They're hard to sleep out there.
That hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there, anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge.
Don't you get none on your plate without worrying about the people coming by, Ray. You'll be worrying about the cheap about your dating mufflers, for example.
Officer Marshall, the whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
Let me get drunk. Don't say that. Now, that just beat all. I've seen the red breed blow like Adder's slim neck many a time. That's all that they do. You're wearing a red muffler. She wasn't wearing a red muffler.
Oh, I just realized there was a muffler in the muffler. Double entendre. Probably not the proper word, but you know what I mean.
What?
I told her more than after old Edward she's too, I reckon.
What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. Yeah, I just noticed that too.
So Miss Starr wasn't mistaken?
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you got to wear the ball by the horn. I know it. And sometimes you just gotta let the ball go where we'll down, we'll down.
Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. Ugh, and I forgot how much of annoying his voice is to do. Oh, my throat's gonna be killing me. Upside is today's flavor is watermelon and Starburst. Taste is not bad, but the aftertaste in this is really good. Tastes refreshing. That's what I get from the watermelon Starburst flavor sparkling ice.
So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright?
If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Woo-wee!
So we're still in a heap of trouble then. 12:32 p.m. District Court. Courtroom number 9.
I'd like to resume.
What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. He does not look at...
Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, that furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are focused, you're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be! This can't happen!
I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
Well then, I believe it is time that we continue on this trial. During our recess, I played on the swings, and I also got to go down the steps. Oh, this is unacceptable! I wanted to go down on the slide. Sorry I keep making that joke, but every time you say recess, I just want to go to a recess. Or watch that Disney show, Recess. Anyone remember that show? It was fantastic. It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself.
Excuse me, a knock-knock.
Who's there?
Oh, what the hell? You're new. What's with this guy? A strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. This guy's funky looking. He's like a grandpa who just went to the tanning salon. I think I got the perfect voice for him.
Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in.
What on earth is he? Ah, it's you. Is he gonna say anything?
I'm giving him Patrick Warburton voice, Peter. Sorry, I'm late, Archie. The roads are packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Archie? How you been? Swim much these days? Hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy, Archie, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed.
Archie seems to be his nickname for the judge.
I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you?
Oh, you're right, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son.
Oh, thanks?
I'm sorry about Little Worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometimes. Jolly.
Little Worthy?
Mr. Wright?
You don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police?
He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district.
Oh, so he's a cop. A very slow cop.
Name's Gant. Damning Gant.
Damning Gent. I don't get it.
Pleased to meet you, everyone. I'm giving I like this impersonation of Patrick Warburton, Peter.
So, what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came into this courtroom, hasn't it?
Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this.
Hey, that's my sister's muffler.
So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler.
But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. A Little Worthy's car, no less.
Oh, Edgeworth. He calls Edgeworth worthy. You are worthy. Okay. What the?
It's really quite embarrassing, even for us.
The SL92.
What's this? That's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this.
Chief, what kind of outfit are you running?
Miss Edgeworth?
How can they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If you're investigating this next, how do you expect to do your job?
Now, wait a minute, Worthy.
I have no desire to hear your excuses.
I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me?
Huh?
Have a look at this document, where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature. Is there Miles Edgeworth?
That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had...
Your head in the clouds because you got that awkward I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'd expect a written apology.
What? Are you serious?
Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made.
This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words.
This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah.
The court attempts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defendant a favor first. Yes?
Just to be sure,
I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not.
Could you open it for me, I wonder?
Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push the switch in.
If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore.
Yes, but if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point at it anymore.
Come on, just hurry up and open it.
Beep, beep, beep. The switchblade knife. Well, this is a new piece of evidence.
Oh! What? Don't scare me like that.
Wait a minute. But there's already a knife that... I'm the one who's scared.
Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off.
Oh, hang on, I'll be right back. I'm back. Puppy was asking to go to potty. The tip is broken off. That's weird. And this dark red stain. Blood? A switchblade knife found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defense muffler. Small tag attached.
That does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself.
I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us?
Oh, before that... Wait a minute. Why are there two knives, though? If this is this is supposedly... This is the victim's blood, but no prints. This is the murder weapon. Then what's this? We gotta get a fine...
There's a small tag on the knife.
It says SL92.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. DL6. Maybe it's a case number. That's weird.
It's weird.
What?
I don't remember where. I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either.
Maybe I should check the court records again. Wait, wasn't there a piece of wait a minute. Wasn't there... Wait a minute. The paper's upside down! That's it. That's our key of evidence. And Goodman had something on an incident called the SL9. And I think that's going to be something that's very important. District Chief Police, Damon Gant. Though he might not seem it, he's top dog in the police department. Alright.
About the split between the prosecutors and the police, and this knife.
Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really.
Alright, let's see. Department of Disorder.
This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. It was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do with investigation. The detective was killed, not at the police department. See? What a mess. The time of crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence. It's not officially linked to this case, so I can't talk much about it.
There was a murder at the police department? A detective?
That's hush information, G. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Order, order, order!
Anyway, we're at the department. We're all of flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay?
I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright?
Two detectives killed at the same time in two different places?
The chances are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course.
I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness.
Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
Well, so, if I have a theory, I think what happened is, since Goodman died of blood loss, I think he died around the time, he finally died around the time when the blood was actually lost, while someone else murdered this police officer at the same time. And my guess is they both had something to do with this incident. I'm going to present Goodman's note.
Objection!
Wait a second.
Ah, at last. An honest to goodness objection.
This knife. This has something to do with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean?
An honest to goodness, what do you mean for Munchie? This is great.
Look at the tag on the knife. It reads SL92.
And this is important. Why?
Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim.
What's this? 6 minus 7s 12-2.
Your Honor, it's upside down.
Upside.
The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But if you turn around, what do you get? That's... Whoever wrote this note was holding this paper upside down.
SL9. That's the same thing that's written on this nice tag. Order, order. Well, Chief.
Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Rhino. I win?
Ah, what game is this guy playing? We're playing Ace Attorney. Sorry. Fourth wall break.
This knife was evidence in a case that was stolen from the department's evidence room.
So this knife was stolen?
Yeah, well, on the day of the murder.
It was evidence, you say? Was it in fact a murder weapon?
Nice. Good job, Lowworthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved.
So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. It was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car.
Hard to think there isn't a connection there.
That was a bad day for the police department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation.
Man. Okay, let's press again. Something happened at the police department too, huh?
You got a good look at your eye there. Right on, my boy. Sharp, hungry.
So, something did happen, and why wasn't I informed?
We weren't. Well, why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You're busy, but with honest cases.
Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day?
The detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess.
On the same day the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department.
That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Archie?
I am at a loss for words.
And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact.
Just arrested? That was quick.
But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you can help, Rhino.
I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case.
Ah, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing. Only one thing.
How the victim was killed, when the victim died, where was the victim found, probably. So tell me, where was the victim found?
I can't speak of where the corpse was found. Like I say, the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department.
The evidence room? Wait a sec. I've heard of that.
The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now?
The evidence case was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cable sashes, we finally have our leverage. Now we can get Gan to testify about the details. I think it has to be this one. Okay, I guess maybe not that one. Actually, do detectives were killed at 5:15. And that knife. Knife was Evans. Four, I want to save. The knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Okay, let's try this again. Let's see. One knife wound. Nope. 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 What is it? Just investigate this. Stub, nope. Okay, we gotta think. What is it? Gonna save here. And... Nope. Come on, there's gotta be something. What was it? Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Wait a minute. Of course. Damn it. This sometimes makes me feel stupid. Nope. Come on, what is it? What is it? What is it? Blood, no prints. And that knife. What's it doing there? The knife was evidence in this case. It was stolen. Let's try. I guess we'll have to try everything until. We'll just try everything until we get it right. Nope. Let's see. Detective was killed. Wait a minute. No! Dang it! Okay. 5:15? But that's what Detective Gunman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
What?
Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at the police at the very same time. What are the chances?
Coincidence?
This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening.
Chief Gantz, please tell us more about the incident.
It's not officially linked here in this case, so I can't talk much about it.
It's not officially linked to this here case. Okay, think we got something. Nope. 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 I just had to keep pressing him. Chief, the defense position is simply this. The connection between these two cases are already been proven.
You don't say. Well, on with it, Rido. What's your connection?
Yes, out with Mr. Wright. The
connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room.
Not to mention the victim had on him the case number of the knife's evidence tag.
And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department, was killed in that very same evidence room.
Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence.
So, you gonna say anything, or...
It don't make a great bear. It took my men 2 days to find out what you to do's right here.
Chief, I request that you release our information on the victim at the police department.
See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all.
Can we get the information? Unofficially?
Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all.
What? Really? Who would have guessed?
I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the apartment, okay?
If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything?
Well, in case of vicious sticky stuff, you have to do everything properly.
Oh well, guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Victim's division. Victim's ID number. Victim's ID number. Okay. How about you tell me the victim's ID number?
Sure, why not? So like you'll be able to tell who it is from that.
Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all.
You're given tight little ID number, so don't go getting your hopes up. Number is...
Is what?
5842189.
That's Goodman's ID. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. That's weird.
Well, that's quite long.
We have to remember these. It drives me nuts.
821. I can't do it.
You didn't even get the first number right.
Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything?
ID number of the victim of the police department. Right too. It tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think.
Meaning?
It has to be what I think it is. What does this mean?
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you?
This. Witness?
What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night.
No, it's just... I got confused.
And this is news?
Huh?
Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do.
The police department and the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here.
Oh, is that yours? Is it yours?
No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman.
Shame on you, Rhino. Personal IDs are top secret.
Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189.
And this means what exactly? Huh. Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That's starts with a 2. I've forgotten.
You didn't even get the first number right. Again! The number of the chief of police gave us was 5841-42189. That is actually a little hard. 5842189.
Wait a second, Mr. Wright. What does this...
Mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that?
Sharp as a deck, Redo. Sharp as a deck.
Wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot.
Yet Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time.
That's impossible. So what you're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time? And in a completely different location?
Order. Chief, what does this mean?
No! What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret fine, but I was the prosecutor in charge of this case.
Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered.
Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case.
Wait. I said wait. Or did you hear me?
Oh, puppy again. Be right back. And I am back. Okay, so we gotta find some... Now here's the reveal part. Oh, excuse me.
The oversight. The grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours.
What? No! How dare!
We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news.
Officer Meekins?
Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha!
Oh, this guy.
Hey, excuse me, but Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
You don't mean him.
According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe.
But your officer, he told me. He said the report had nothing to do with Nana Sky incident.
Detective Bruce Goodman, murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report.
Yeah. Why didn't your officer tell me?
Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making a connection. He did say challenged.
Hey, case, this is a serious error. A gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy.
But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then
Are you gonna say anything?
No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy.
Oh, snap! That is a burn!
What?
Now, what was the second rule of evidence law?
Well, Mr. Wright,
Oh, well, it's,
Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on the trial. And how is this rule relevant?
Normally, you submit a list of evidence to use in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list.
So, what does this mean?
I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over there. Good job, Wright, my boy.
huh? I was just doing my job.
No! No!
Oof, man, that is rough for Edgeworth.
It seems we have come to the end of this trial.
I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December.
I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do.
It better get results this time, really.
You have my profound apologies, sir.
poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. That be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Whatever your punishment for this is for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned.
Ah, finally. But we finally made some progress. Woohoo! Now we gotta do another... Alright, now we have to go to investigation. February 23rd, 2:15 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices.
Well, Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused.
Huh? Well, let's see what's going on. The detective, Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death at 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room.
What's this and the evidence room part? Prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car.
Well, that's not what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least.
Alright, let's do it.
Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this.
Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us.
Alright. The underground parking lot.
You know, I really don't think we should worry about police department murder. There wasn't a body found there. Who cares?
It was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie.
Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it.
That oil drum, was it empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erased evidence at the crime scene. Never.
Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister.
That's not it at all. It's just... we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her.
Big words from a high school student. Whatever. There was blood on the floor or not. The water in the oil drum washed it all away.
Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright.
Huh? What's that grin for?
This situation calls for one thing, and that is... luminal testing fluid.
Luminal?
Fluid is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. And you can't see it, it's still there.
Wouldn't the police have already done those tests?
Never trust anybody's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try.
Me? Oh, why do I have to do it?
I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet.
We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it.
Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses.
Huh? You had an extra pair of these things?
To test the blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this.
Ah.
Press the A button to spray on it. Okay, let's find those guys' blood stains.
Ha! We found something. I can see your eyes shining behind those glasses. So this is the blood stain.
Ugh, it's so ugh.
Emma, you're shaking.
It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood.
Scientific investigation in action.
Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't it seem strongly on, scientifically speaking, of course.
What's odd about this, scientifically? The amount of blood. Virgil and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood?
I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe.
It is pretty strange. They fought here. There have to be more blood on this.
Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark the floor plans as we find a bloodstain, okay? See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right?
Oh yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too.
Said that my announcer boy that.
Awesome.
Can't be sure that the police will reveal all the evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit in the view of the case.
Then let's drag this to hidden evidence out of the light today.
Yeah, feels like we're gonna investigate a crime now, doesn't it?
Guess I should give this a spray at anything suspicious.
Ha!
Angel.
I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Mister!
You only trust your eyes, hmm? Not bad, you two. This day, a old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead and weed and doesn't really get my mouth watery. Alright. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Starbucks. No, it's okay. It was my fault.
Oh, we know.
I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that I wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry.
Sorry, you lied at the witness stand. That's unforgivable.
Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Scott stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph was something important to tell. I know this photograph was something important to tell us, but why? What?
So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr?
Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, or when they faced me. They coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babble like babies. You know? Oh? I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can sometimes be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I drag this dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect, and before long they call me the Cough Up Queen.
Oh, and here I thought someone was gotten food poisoning from your lunches.
And you were let go? Or fired?
I felt that I found my dream job when I became an investigator. If these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case, the SL9 incident.
SL9? She doesn't mean... It's got a little name on it, that's cute. Someone used a marker to write their name on this. Emma Sky. Don't tell me you bring this with you everywhere you go.
Well, you never know when something might go down. So what kind of world do you think we live in?
Well, to be fair, we've kind of solved a lot of moitas.
What do you think about this? The SL9 incident? It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman was the head detective of that case, you know? Really? That knife was evidence from the case, the murder weapon. It was due for transfer the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet.
Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident?
Hey, sir! Hey, sir!
Oh, excuse me, woof.
If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes.
So, you went straight to the scene of the crime?
I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The whole of my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. Your line was the problem. Listen, little girl, I had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time.
That time?
And that incident really opened my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable to who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I ever handled.
Goodman, Angel, well, even Marshall, and I'm guessing that fourth person right there is our chief of police.
The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence, so they did solve it. On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed.
Executed?
Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never found decisive evidence, not a shred.
What? But the criminal was executed, right?
On the basis of evidence of assault. Made-up evidence.
What?
You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came 7 months after the trial.
Okay, this is getting very interesting. So there was a murder, so a murder happened. So this case is basically not as all open shut as it claims to be.
Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those.
Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be... Exactly, Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigate that case from every angle.
Okay, we're gonna look over here now.
Jake was partially determined, and then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side of this case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up there in them fancy offices can stop us.
Wait, those lunches you sell.
There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I came here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. The Star's old boyfriend. Who does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives was an SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence?
There has to be a connection.
So, Rookie? What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. A Salisbury steak?
Miss Starr, Officer Marshall, is he your, are you going out?
Why do you want to know?
I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister. It made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then.
This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective.
But now he's so cold.
Jake and I are merely cooperating in this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that.
I see. Thank you.
Officer Jake Marshall. I think that's all. Well, let's actually... Oh yeah, we gotta examine the area. Nope. Nothing. Whoa, what the? There's blood on the phone. This blood must be from Lana.
No, my sister isn't the murderer.
She did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime. Her right hand is bandaged.
Hey, just whose side are you on?
This has nothing to do with taking sides.
So this means Lana's hand had blood on it.
This just keeps getting worse. Alright. Nothing. Nothing. Man, there must be a lot of spray in here. Hey, hello, Mecha Missionary. We're doing some Ace Attorney investigating, and right now, and we're trying to figure out a murder. And I'm just basically spraying it all around. But I think we've got everything we need here. So let's head to the detention center. Probably talk to Lana. Or Emma. Looks like Miss Sky is questioning.
I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in two places at the same time? Can you imagine?
How is she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Grant say they'd arrested a suspect in the police department murder?
Let's come back later.
Okay, so that's basically So let's go to the Criminal Affairs Department. The Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here.
Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department.
But the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's office. Plot.
Ugh, makes my head hurt.
Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene.
Yeah, you sound dead set on investigating. Don't mess up, or we could wind up dead.
I doubt anyone wants more mysterious or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Alright. February 23rd, Police Department entrance. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday.
Detectives are running around so fast they're blurring.
Supposed to make sense. The detective did get killed here after all.
So the evidence room, the scene of the crime, according to the pamphlet we got at the front desk. Here it is.
She's like a kid at an amusement park.
Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look.
Actually, well, I'm kind of curious why that's evidence. Worth a shot. Worth the blue badger's still writhing around her today. Let's give him the benefit of a doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday.
Can we take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel like he's gonna do something naughty.
Alright, let's move. To the guard station. Whoa. Yeah, this is definitely Jake's office. Dude's been drinking on the job. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric.
According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room.
So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime.
It sure seems that way. Oh,
what's wrong?
It's those cacti. They're so prickly. It's imposing. It's hard to think straight.
Can't handle the cacti. Stay out of the desert. What I want to know is if this is a guard station. Where is the guard?
I have a feeling I know who he is already. Look on the floor, a lasso.
Looks like if it's set up to trap something.
Trap here? Well, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed.
I'm sure they have an active imagination. You sure have an active imagination. Okay. These are the cameras. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here.
There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we can use this computer to check in on who went in here and out there. Out of the Yikes. These sure are prickly. They must be a real deal.
I would think just one big one would be sufficient.
These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually.
How so?
Encased in a corrugated cell with spines pointing out in every direction. Just like her.
I'm not so sure I see the resemblance.
It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. There's a security guard uniform hanging here.
It was more like a costume than a uniform, honestly.
A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What? What was that called again? A punchy, a paunchy, a pinchy,
a poncho. I know, a poochie. It's a poncho.
Wait, maybe that wasn't it.
It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Alright. The evidence room is beyond this door.
Let's just walk in.
It won't open. You thought it would be open?
I think we need someone's permission to go in there first.
Hmm. So we're probably gonna have to find another area. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always.
Please.
Huh?
What's that?
Oh, hey!
One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you.
Detective Gumshoe! Hey, how's it going?
There's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunch Lane.
Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale.
Oh, he looks like a sad puppy.
I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. I think this is what Angel... I think this is the lunch Angel wanted us to give.
There's no time for despair. We caught a criminal. Now we just need evidence.
Criminal? You mean...
You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal?
On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department.
And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested, in fact. It's the biggest scandal they hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy.
Detective Gumshoe, who was it?
Mr. Bell, I know I need steak lunch pronto. Then around here isn't going to feel my belly.
Wait, don't leave!
If you want no more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's there having a good cry. Later.
He ran off to the evidence room.
Well, this investigation is off to a running start. So let's probably go... So I guess that's where we have to go next. Alright, let's see who this person is.
Still, I don't feel bitter about things a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they?
Yeah, I guess they did. Best not to go too far down the road right now. Things will just get confusing. Hey! Jesus!
What was that?
Excuse me. Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator. I'd say I was the perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Oh, it's him! This guy. Oh, hi. Greetings, sir.
Wait, I know who you are.
Excuse me, but this is Mr. Edwards anywhere on the premises. I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir.
Officer Meekin, so you're a guard here, detention center?
No, sir. I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman. Like a little lost lamb, sir.
Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report.
No, sir. I should say this. Wait, he isn't. Is he? Yeah, I think he's being framed. You, Officer Meekins, you did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir.
What?
Okay, this is just kind of absurd. Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Sir, I am Patrolman of General Affairs, sir. Ow, can I hear you? I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir.
So normally there's a guard at the evidence room.
That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person.
Yow, wow, wow, wow.
What the heck is this guy doing?
So what happened then?
After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center. How long were you out? Days?
Well, might I ask, what happened to your hand?
Sir, there's no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. Bandage on his hand? Just like Miss Sky. If Sky... Coincidentally, it was on his right hand, too. Wait a minute. No.
Yet another similarity between this case and the one under the prosecutor's office.
First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. There's the victim. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me like those sad puppy dog eyes, sir! If you have to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim! I would, but you have to be in detention and alive and, well, at that. Oh, yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd have... Ah, jeez, will you stop doing that? Then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So you did know him. Sir, I worked in a tiny department devoid of light or other creatures' comforts. I don't know any detectives.
So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him?
Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None.
Ah!
Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Okay, bandaging. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir,
Don't you think you should just confess?
But sir, but there was no thing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell you the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were, huh? Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir, all alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared.
What?
Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. And the shock of the sorrow, sir, can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared?
That's some story.
Okay.
Do you think you could take a look at this?
Hey! That's it, sir! That's it!
That's what?
My head was blank until this very moment. But, sir, now I remember, sir!
You mean you remember what happened?
Correct! That car was the cause of it all!
This ID card?
Exactly, sir, that's exactly it! Nothing could be more exact, sir, nothing, and well, God, my ears! One of the downsides of wearing headphones for a stream. I better pry into this one a little deeper. Excuse me. Can you tell me what it is that you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card.
Well, that sounds pretty much like by the book so far.
That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me.
What?
Sir, I assure you I was so flustered as you were right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman points a knife at him. Do unto the others before they do unto you. My own father's word, sir.
What happened then?
Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was there. Right.
So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you?
What do you mean, Emma?
Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim whom he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing it was the victim who really was the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died.
That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines.
Huh? But you still end up here.
They told me that if I had to be him, sir, on that day at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the evidence clearly. No, but the videotape is quite clear.
Huh? Videotape?
From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me, it's on the tape.
And you wait until now to tell us this?
I'm sorry, real sorry, sir. I hand over my badge. I don't deserve this. No, thanks. I have my own. Well, guess we better go check out the crime scene. So, okay. So this guy, the guy can't remember what happened, and he admits it, even not knowing it. So, I guess we have to go... Oop. The police station, criminal affairs.
Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's there at the chief of detective's desk.
It's Police Chief Gant.
Sure, this is all. You know what it means. Is there, if there is anything missing? Sir,
I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked out all those drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, and inside his personal coffee machine.
I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, Dale.
Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered.
Right there, my boy. How you been? Swim much?
Oh, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir.
Why are you saluting him, Mr. White?
Alright, let's talk to him. Is Edgeworth gonna be okay?
Where are they? You know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him.
Seems like an inquisition.
Well, they had no end of trouble with the boy since last year.
You mean the incident on Gord Lake?
It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? Hey, you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto?
On Karma.
Allegedly was undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court you fixed as though he was caught for forging evidence.
Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence.
In that case, the prosecutor's office is a bit turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy.
What?
Evidence of...
It's not right, I'll tell you. Detectives get killed on their turf, too, I mean.
They're being prosecutors, I assume.
Scientifically speaking, it's impossible.
Yes, but what the evidence is saying? Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says.
What evidence is this?
Now, Righto. I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little savage, I can talk about it.
I wasn't expecting much anyway.
Now, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detective's trap shut.
And he was the one we were picking on earlier.
You saw that? Whoops.
I wonder what it is that he wanted the chief of detectives to do.
Let's see if we can find it discreetly ask him.
We haven't found... Alright, so I don't think we'll get much information out of him. Oh, I wonder if we can talk about the Blue Badger. This guy who can't sit still, does he mean gum? Alright. Guard station. Could have swore to be here. I haven't checked on Edgeworth, so maybe he might be able to help us.
Well, this place is as classy as today as it was yesterday.
And I'm sure it'll be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here.
I'm sure he's off doing important investigations.
I hope that's what he's doing.
I guess we'll have to come back.
I guess we'll have to come back. Hold on. Hold on. What the hell?
What? It looked like some blood just dripped down here.
They put them out. My guess it's from a nosebleed.
A nosebleed, hmm? Maybe in his wrath, Mr. Edgeworth slapped someone. Mr. Edgeworth slapped someone from their incompetence.
Why does Detective Gumshoe's face come to mind? Why does... This just got very interesting, that's for certain. Oh, you know what?
Wow, my mouth is watering. I can almost hear the sound of the steak frying on the grill.
No doubt it's all cold and tough by now.
No, I'm sure it's delicious. Miss Star poured her heart into making this.
As long as she didn't put any other organs in there. Oh, hello.
Let's see. Ingredients, meat. She must mean beef. She probably just wrote it generically.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Of course, as a scientist, I have to check what additives she used.
Go to town.
Huh? It says here, hours of sweat and labor. That's why the sauce is so salty.
That's why the salt is so salty. Or do you know? I think she said that already last time we played. Okay, where's a place where we haven't examined? Well, where should we begin?
Well, if it's an obvious, we should begin with, that thing.
Mystery of the victim, I guess. is how could one man, Detective Goodman, be killed in two places simultaneously?
I see.
You should go to the police department. The evidence room, was it?
I'm not being very useful here, am I?
No, you're very helpful.
For Mr. Edgeworth.
Mhm.
There was that business with him not reading that officer's report.
About the killing at the police department, right? Chief of Police was right about that. I can't help but think someone at the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. Yeah, I wonder why. So okay, let's... I think we got all the stuff out of him. Let's present this one. I'm through with my stuff. Through, I say. Good. Oh, so he won't even talk to me. Let's see what it says. It. Blue Badger. Little change. They're still under development, you see? Where are you, Gumshoe? This is a little busy. Just imagine right now, behind those doors, the police drone in action. Someone thought the fields excite me. Patrolman, the other guy must be detective. Answer me. You see? I'm sorry, I don't know. Well, that's 20 for the left, but nowhere near that for the right. Get glasses, officer. Crime fighting campaign. Where? Oh, you know what? Maybe I... Yeah. What the? Why is there blood on the cacti?
Wow, we got a reaction.
There's clearly blood around the spines here. This room's pretty messy. Someone must have tripped over on something and planted their head right into these spines. Ow!
I think it might be more painful than being murdered.
Cactus? Nope. Nope. Where have I not? There's got to be a place I must have missed. Okay. yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I actually read the whole manga from beginning to end. Not bad. Okay, looks like nothing here. Okay. There's gotta be something that'll help us. These computers detective desks, their computers and files each running on paying respects, desks. Oh, sorry, I had to see that. What exactly did the chief police wanted you to do? What's he over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be clue. He took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here. Of course not. Well, except for this.
What? You had something?
Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. Lost item? Detective Goodman lose something? Date on this is February 21st. Better take a note of that just in case. The half-written document dated February 21st. It will be submitted to the chief. Wait, that's actually... Wait, but that was written the day before the incident. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. ID 59? Name, Bruce Goodman. Item lost, 1221. Yeah, that's the day of the murder. Okay. So someone Goodman was planning to write a report, but something's not right. They tried. Looks like they got Goodman's ID wrong. That might be a key piece of evidence. Oh, permission to enter. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor.
Well, I never thought the day would come when Ryder would ask me for help.
I was wondering if I could investigate the evidence room. He sure loves his long pauses.
Now, Ryder.
Actually, I'm sorry. I didn't need to investigate after all.
Ryder, please. Do I look like a selfish man?
Huh?
Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, I brought $50, I give him $50. No problem. So go ahead. Investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out.
Just goes to show you never know until you ask.
And for you, here, you can borrow this.
Hey, this is Detective's ID card, is it?
That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it.
Yes, sir. It's in order.
It's well along now. Do your best now. Later, folks. Back to the ether.
It looks pretty cool on my label, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID.
You seem happy.
Yes, sir, because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir.
I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Alright, so go here. Okay, so where is... The evidence room is beyond that door.
And we have the ID card from the chief ant.
Let's just walk in.
It won't open.
Ha! The card reader is turned off. See?
What is that security guard thinking?
Howdy, partner. Well, looks like my bambino sky so gray. Well, me, my bambino sky so gray.
Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him?
Why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, here's my saloon.
We're here to investigate the crime scene.
Yeehaw! Oh, that call you out there on no sense. That buried in the sheriff badge and these parts.
Yeehaw.
Well, what you stand there for? Get along with you down in the crime scene you waited.
Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions.
Doggone, well, I don't mind dangle with you hombres.
You're busy then?
You gotta say that? I'll say I didn't wish to speak with you.
Actually, you said when I tangled with us hombres.
That's me. Remind me of Texas.
So, Officer Marshall, you from Texas?
No, I just saw a special on TV the other day. This is from my baby.
Yeah, Mr.
What this?
What? What's wrong?
A filet steak alone. I see.
I don't see. I wonder what it means.
Take lunch, give us some.
All right, baby, maybe you win.
Finally, it seems like.
He's willing to talk.
Alright, thank you, Angel.
Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right?
You got a good eye, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm waiting for it.
Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us.
And that poor little doggy. Poor guy keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly.
He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got the mother from detective 2 years ago, well, I might look like, but I lost my fire for the job, you know.
So, what were you doing around 4:15 when the murder took place?
Murder. Well, I reckon I was gambling down the highway on the back of my seat, Zippy.
No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy.
There's no need for people here anymore. All these newfangled machines do a bang-up dog keeping an eye on the place.
You mean the security camera system?
I don't take the machines much. Kinda look like stewed broccoli that sneak in next to your steak, you know?
Miss Starr told us something. He said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
It was all my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of crime. They all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire.
You still investigating the XL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you?
That was my case. It's all solved in the record book, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. Oh, that's all there is to it.
What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened.
That was something you're better off not knowing, man. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago.
2 days ago? Date of our case?
That's right. The evidence transfers.
Edwards was talking about the transferals, too.
I know that will make you do it, machine. No.
Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen.
Like I said, baby, me and the machine where I'd like them about as much as I like stewed coffee on my steaks. Each one of those stand there are these here skirt caps. Those are the ones
that Officer Meekins mentioned.
Nothing happens, tapes are automatically already taped for your air.
And Officer Meekins Detective Gumshoe, are they on one of those tapes?
I reckon they might be.
You're a security guard and you reckon?
One more thing. When you go in the evidence room, you need 90 yards. Let the guard reader by the...
Let's go read about it.
Guard reader leaves a record of every ID card at bad room.
7777. Huh. That's weird. 4989. One of them. So there were two people who came at the time of the murder. And I guess that must have been Meekin's ID. But so this is the Hey, I've seen that somewhere before.
Sorry, baby, I can't tell you more than that.
Huh?
I haven't heard where this is related. Okay.
Well, Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before.
Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to stabbing. Anyway, transfer. Sorry, but can you explain what this whole transferal thing is about?
We keep on having from Saul Cat in the room. It can't be under the percentage that it's being doing here. So when you reinvestigate that number, it turned out that there was a mistake, eh?
So what happens to the evidence after 2 years?
Goes to sleep forever in the underground vault in the county sheriff department. Now what we call transferal. We don't have a remember.
I see now.
Transferal is a funeral for all cases. Don't you know a game is solved, it's known forever. Dead. Never to be opened again. Never to be rerun again.
And that happened at the SL9 2 days ago. Alright.
See this? This is the victim's ID card.
Ah, the one that was on the ground in the bar. The number on this is 5.
Yeah, the number on this is 5842189.
Officer Marshall, show us that ID record again. Look, the fourth number, it's a perfect match.
Used at 514 right before the stabbing.
What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world.
So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room.
Wait, what did Officer Meekin say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins?
Alright, I'm all ready to win. I guess I can give you an ID card record.
God, I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this of other people with IDs here. Alright, let's take a good look at it. 440. Okay, at 420 there was 7 to the 7. And at 440 it was 8730579. But the 4989596, it was Bruce Goodman. Someone besides Bruce Goodman. The big question is who? There's a half an hour connection between the other murders. We do know that one of them. I generally know for a fact that one of the murders, one of the IDs has to be our key. To the evidence room! Oh, there's a car door. Alright. It's quiet. Investigation must be over here.
So this is the evidence room. It's really kind of like a graveyard.
Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. Feels more like a morgue.
Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me.
Hey, Gumshoe! Whoa! Oh.
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
And you thought punching him would solve everything? I don't think so.
I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard?
Right out, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give him 50, no problem. Well, go ahead, investigate that room there, Heart's Desire. Knock yourself out.
Yeah, it's true.
So, Chief of Police can't. Loan me $50? Anyone $50? Even me?
Gumshoe. I can totally relate to that situation, being poor.
Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today.
Just for today?
Boss for a day.
But guess what? You got permission from the chief, and now you're boss for a day.
Gee, thanks.
First of all, you want to have this.
Scene of the stabbing of the detective at the PD. We should probably look at that. Okay. While we're at it. Okay. Oof. Oh, hello. There's a handprint here.
I knew it. This is someone's right handprint.
What? What's the matter?
What's the matter, detective?
This locker is mine.
It's yours?
Please, you have to help me. When they come to take me away, promise me you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You do that for me, won't you, pals?
This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans.
Counting on you guys, believe me, can't trust the police.
What? But you're a detective.
Alright. Just want. Okay, this is probably the blood of the victim. It must have been one of the massive blood pool. I've never seen anything like it. Not professional. What's your opinion, detective?
Pale blue blood.
Maybe Detective Goodman.
It was actually an alien.
This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans.
Hey, if you don't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked.
Alright. So let's look at that floor plan now. There are two different types of blood. Where the victim was, or right here, and where the hand was. Odd, though. So that must have been... Well, let's examine around.
Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light, but the door is lit.
That lock is covered with Detective Goodman's fingerprints.
Detective Goodman's locker?
Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that?
Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if you closed it.
It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere.
What's the saw and paint doing here?
Since the dawn of time, Thurwa has always been a war against oppression.
True what? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here.
Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of Blue Badger?
Well, you might say this is my studio.
Here? In the evidence room? That might be important, actually.
This place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams.
I'm not so sure about the dreams.
It won't open.
You really think it would?
Hey, pal, security site deck around here.
Why are there white gloves, though?
Somebody left a glove here, but only one.
Detective Gumshoe, maybe?
There you go, pal, making me out of some kind of absent-minded detective. That evidence from the case, you know?
You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Extremely thin rubber glove. Let's examine it. It actually looks like a really 2D image. I wonder what this was used for. The tag says SL911. I guess this is another piece of the evidence in that case.
You know, I never take care of the word tag. It's confusing.
Huh? What's so confusing about that?
Do you know how many other words sound like that? Bag, gag, nag, zag, lag.
Zag? Is that a word?
Do you challenge me?
What are you playing a word? What? Are we playing a word game now? Yeah, I know. Those were the original Japanese ones, but when they remade it for the DS, as they added this case, from what I gathered. I've done a moveset concept on the series. Well, technically me and Pierre from designing for it. What's that? This blood?
It's a little worn, but there's definitely handprint here.
Looks like someone tried to wipe it off.
Mr. Wright, what if there was other bloodstains left in this room?
We should use this testing fluid to check it out. A little too late for that. Alright, let's examine this car door.
Wow, look at the big pile of junk in the corner.
Yeah, I know. That looks like a car door?
There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame.
The guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away.
Hey, that's one of those human profiles from range testing.
He's been shot square in the forehead.
Better him than us.
That's true. What's this room? There's something sticking out here.
Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence from some case.
What did Detective Gumshoe put this here? There you go, pal, making me out some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That's it. I bet that evidence locker was opened recently.
How do you know?
If you leave things hanging out there, the evidence gets dirty and ripped. The guard checks on some kind of stuff and notifies the detective's responsibilities. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence?
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too.
I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it in front of them, pal. Some sort of bulky equipment was gathering dust here.
What a sorry looking fishing pole that is.
Ah, that's my personal pole. Never did get around to use it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. That's right, pal, that's the metal detector. The one that led to solving the case out of Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. It was weird. That feels like it was ages ago. And I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap-looking box? You judge a person or a machine by the cover, you gotta look at their heart. Alright, I guess while I'm at it, we should probably present that code. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. I heard the rumors. Oh, really? There's a... You know, no, that's actually kind of funny. But isn't that what the Magatama was eventually used for? I could be wrong because I've only done research on the game on the sequels. Well, spoiler free, obviously. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa!
What is it?
That second number. It's not your... It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe?
Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? I'm sorry, what? Miles Edgeworth was here during the incident. Edgeworth was here on the day of the incident? That is actually surprising. This had some very interesting... This had some fire to the flame. Alright. Okay, we gotta talk.
So, Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day?
That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department.
But if you're the boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial.
In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again.
I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control of this case to rest. In my old evidence locker.
Yeah. You have a locker here, too, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course. I'm a detective after all. Give me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Only you can open?
I'll always believe Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is inquiring me now, right?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in the court today. See, I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away with that from that case.
A case?
Yeah, that case. It's SL90, of course. That was the beginning and the end for Mr. Edgeworth.
Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. I can see. It would also like probably have major it could also have major inclinations. Like, I feel like, well, if you, I mean, you could probably make like your own indie game, and like that works similarly like Ace Attorney. All right, the evidence lockers.
This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every lock is fixed so that only one detective can open it.
Using their ID card?
Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already.
It sounds like a lot.
Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand.
Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprints?
Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coated with a fingerprint.
Hang on, I think I heard a little puppy. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Little one wanted to go outside again.
The lock for each locker is coated with a fingerprint. Oh. Oh. So the only locker we can open is our own.
Funny, they look like normal lockers.
These are the latest models. There's a trick to the handles, see?
The handles? The handles?
On the other side of the handles are the sensor. And if the wrong person touches it, zap, you get a shock. That's what happened. My hand would be black and smoking every day. In case the locks aren't that obvious. Even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Only assigned and detective prints can unlock it. Indicator lamp lights except when it's open. That's interesting to know. Also, was it me? I think I noticed. I think it was either me, but I think I noticed that he had a picture of a certain character, of another character. All right.
Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces.
Pick the gumshoe, perhaps. There you go, pal, making me out like some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case.
The case?
Yes, so nice, pal. See the stick on the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. Take a closer look. What shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke?
Want to try to put it back together?
Yeah, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up.
That's why I always carry around a tube of glue.
Well, this piece looks at the bottom. Let's try putting the rest of this in place. Ooh, minigame. Oh, okay. All right.
Aha!
Nope. Wait, hang on. Let's try rotating it. Nope. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait. This. There we go. There, we're getting somewhere. Nope. No. That was a misclick. There we go. We're almost solved this. Nope, not this one. Oh, I see. Oh, that's actually an interesting fact. Okay, one more piece. It's weird, there's a piece missing. It looks to be a fancy vase.
Huh? Well, I think we did, but some of the pieces are missing.
Yeah, I got that far into 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it.
Were some pieces stolen?
I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, this doesn't look like some. It doesn't look the most stable kind of jar.
Yeah, I think I'm familiar. It also makes it look cool.
I can't understand how it got broken.
Unstable jar. Jar piece back. Well, this is another key evidence. Alright, let's take a good look at this.
Hey, look. They're hard to make out, but those are some dark red stains there.
Looks like blood.
Do you think Detective Gumshoe blood somehow got on this while he was stabbed?
Oh, Goodman's. Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. There was evidence in the SL9 incident. Maybe why the blood got on it. Such a strange looking vase.
Huh? This thing doesn't have a bottom.
That's weird.
I don't know which side is up.
Better yet, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar?
At least it doesn't collect dust inside, right?
Oh no, it still will. Still, what kind of vase doesn't... That is a very weird vase. Okay. Well, we'll probably figure that out the M rating for the 3DS version when we get to it, which will probably take forever and a half. Alright. Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgewood was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgewood's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. It was the first time the world knew Edgewood was a man to be feared. Why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. So if we want to learn anything about the SL9 incident, we're going to have to talk to Edgeworth himself. This is my crowning achievement, my masterpiece, you might say. But art is always misunderstanding, pal.
What?
He was dancing proudly on the day of the award ceremony. But there were a lot of people coming and going at the ceremony. So they took the blue badge away for a while.
Really? Why?
Well, they said it was shameful or something like that. Shameful! I told night and day.
I sympathize with Detective Gumshoe, but I can see why they moved it.
Hey, that's it! And that's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day.
Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, pal. I won an award for diligence myself.
Ah, congratulations.
I was wondering, why is the water shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you ways later.
Apparently he's forgotten. Well, whatever it might be the key to cracking this case. Still... You know, since he knows about the SL9, maybe we can figure out something about the jar. And... Nope, guess not. Not the best detective. Two different types of blood pools. So let's head back to the police department. I still say there's something fishy about... we should probably... Alright, buddy. We need your ID. Officer Meekins, can you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. I'm really sorry. I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. He's passing the buck, Mr. White. A special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. So he doesn't know anything about his ID record. Okay, this confirmed. This guy's an idiot. But he's right. I should probably find Edgeworth's office. Nope, he's not here today. Oh, maybe the angel might know anything. Nope. Alright. They probably just don't remember these items from the incident. Shame we can't just spray these other items that we got. It might help us find a clue. Wait, didn't they say one of these guys has... Worth a shot. Alright, let's see. Nope. There must be some key evidence we're missing.
That's the door that we came into.
Looks like you don't need an ID card to get out.
What would happen if Officer Marshall put the payroll moving inside?
Let's hope he remembers we're here. Okay, there's gotta be something we're missing. What is it we're missing, though? That's the true question. Oh, there we go. The SL9 incident. Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder. A serial killer. A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built this case around that to nab him.
And this was 2 years ago?
That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill.
Rumors? About forged evidence?
It was supposed to be all cleaned up by the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. After Goodman days.
Huh? What do you mean?
After Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident. See?
So the switchblade knife?
The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself.
This knife? There's a small tag on the knife. It says this one. What's that supposed to mean? This is very mind-boggling. Okay. This is IT guy. These days everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax. It's only because you always lose your card. I always forget my secret number too. Scary, huh? My face should be ID enough. What's the world coming to? That's shoot rebel against the system. Okay, I think that's basically everything we get out of here. So, oh, wrong room. All right, let's try again. Wait a minute, didn't I remember correctly? This suit was the first one.
Wow, the jacket is even lacier than the one usual.
Well, this must have been the one he took for his first case, or from his early years. Was this sure? Why would you just leave it on the couch? I'm telling you, it was. Alright, so I guess there's. Oh, maybe there's something in this library. So, stacked to the ceiling, there's even ladder. That sure wasn't good with heights. I guess we get in trouble if we. You think there'd be we could find a copy of the case in here. Okay.
Do you think you could take a look at this?
Hey! That's it, sir. That's it. That's it.
Then that's what?
My head was blank until that very moment. Sir, now I remember. I remember, sir.
You mean you remember what happened?
Correct. That car was the cause of it all.
His ID.
Wait, I think I have this already. Officer McGinnis, could you take a look at this? Well, then we're not gonna get... Nope. Alright. Officer McGinnis, have a look at this. Go ahead, sir, laugh. Laugh at me, sir. Ha ha, huh? I know what you want to say. You're gonna tell me how if she was the one... She has one just like you.
Me? Why would I...
I know, sir, I know. I'm the only one without a girl with a matching badges. Nowhere I'm alone, all alone. This is worse. That's a wrong. Life is about the high school sweethearts and youthful romance, sir.
Is he talking about those badges on her coat?
like to think there's a difference between my badge and a fashion accessory. Actually... what? Ridiculous thing to see. Hey, I'm just spraying the guy's like, hey, come on, man, I'm just doing my job. Okay, I'm kind of stumped where to go next. Let me talk to the chief. Goodman's desk. Nope, nothing. Where have we not looked? Nope. Oh right, the security cameras, doy. Hey! Oh, excuse me.
You sure have a lot of monitors in here.
Yeah, there's a camera in the room now. While we're checking.
Which why show the section where the crime took place?
Why the gals in before the ring on? It's not for a man, no.
Unless you're the security guard responsible.
Ah, come on, dude.
A leather jacket, leather pants, and a leather...
Those are pants, those are chaps, and that's Poncho up there.
Aha, Pancho! Sure looks cool, but the name is a little silly. This cactus sure is pretty, must be real.
Best keep your dead bill there. You're liable, girl.
Billy. The cactus has a name?
Billy, you're wearing your cowboy hat on your head.
My rawhide calfskin 10-gallon hat. I just picked that up. But Billy took a match to it.
That's true. And I guess this is probably how they see what Western how cowboys look like in America.
We look all like cowboys.
Well, for what's lasso? Looks like it's set to trace something.
They just roped me to steer. I just roped me a steer with these here lasso.
What?
So it's bailing, move, pal, move.
Take the gumshoe, I presume. Alright. Well, let's, since he's here, I should probably examine the cactus again. Oh, maybe I should show Gumshoe the floor plan. Nope, worth a shot though. Okay, there's gotta be something I'm missing. Maybe there's a hidden blood sample. Oh, hello. I did miss one.
Well, I'm not getting a reaction here. There's no reason for the murderer to touch the spot if he fled out the door. This might be something significant.
Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal.
What, this? It's called luminal testing fluid.
Where'd you get your hands on that?
Where did you get this, Emma?
I was bought it by mail order.
Oh, I better jot this down on the floor plans.
You better look at the time.
Was there something you needed to be going to?
It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting you out soon. I'm gonna give him my report for the day.
That looks like a menu to a restaurant.
It might help you, no?
Report? You mean the note written on the back of their flyer?
The one that says nothing.
The one that says nothing but no problems.
Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he could use a report like this. I believe in him.
Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe?
I'm off, pal. Later.
I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Okay, finally. Man, sometimes I can be royally stupid. Alright. Time to talk to Edgeworth.
Oh, hey! Guess my apologies.
Oh, it's you.
Have we met somewhere?
Huh?
Mr. Edgeworth, I beg you leave so long.
Is Edgeworth here?
There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand.
Right.
He has the hotel bring him tea service?
Mr. Edgeworth, you back from District Prosecutor's office inquiry?
Huh, that's funny. That's pretty funny, actually. Because that's the thing about American adaptations. We like to ruin That's the thing about certain American studios. We like to ruin everything fun.
I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was...
Oh, by the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking.
yes, he brought me the latest information, it seems.
Really? Was it helpful?
Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow.
And the real info is on the other side, Edgeworth.
Poor Miss Edgeworth, I think the whole thing is really taking a toll on him.
Alright. So, how did the inquiry committee go?
Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation.
Concealing evidence?
Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed everything. Evidence. They give me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again.
Again?
I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since the case 2 years ago.
Tomorrow's trial. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow?
Well, I'm still a proceeding prosecuting attorney. However,
Something happened?
they gave me control of the investigation over to the police. They gave control of the investigation over to the police department.
Police department?
Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police Garrett. I can do nothing but wait for his results.
I see.
Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still...
I've never seen him this out of sorts. Oh, I accidentally hit B instead of A. Also, fun fact, 4Kids use its censored footage and resell it to other countries, giving the shows are already censored with English words and Japan words. Yeah, well, that's probably why 4Kids went out of business. Alright, Edgeworth. Alright, I better check this now.
As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card uses?
Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less.
Yes, that's true.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth?
Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go, by Chief Gant no less.
The chief of police?
He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago.
The AI. What do you mean legal?
He told me he wanted to keep that in here in the prosecutor's office.
When it was solved, right? It would be if the evidence was already filed.
The chief has never wanted to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here.
Can I ask what kind of cause it was?
I can't say. It has nothing to do with the current case.
I'm curious about the other case. I better make a note of it. Screwdriver. Evidence from a past case at Edgeworth was brought back to the office of Gant's request.
Stubborn as always, I told you it has nothing to do with this current case.
But still, I should probably take a look at it. That's a run-of-the-mill screwdriver. Tag says AI-16.
What's that got to do with anything?
Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth said. Yeah, well, you know... yeah, well, it's kind of greedy, honestly. I mean, 4Kids tried everything in their way to make as much money as they could.
That makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows? Might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case.
Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so we don't really know much about the screwdriver.
Right, please, I'm a prosecutor in this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case over a cup of tea.
I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth told you no in a very polite manner.
Whose side are you on, anyway? Oh wait, I knew I had the worst memory of my life.
I figured I might tell you this sooner or later.
Oh, he must be talking about... I guess I missed quite a lot of important stuff. Well, I missed all... He must be talking about his father's murder at the scene of the elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Allegations of forgery.
The SO9 incident was a heinous serial killing case.
Law is very weird, especially with distribution. Though, with everything that's going on in the political world, well, do you think it will also affect digital streaming services? Because there are a lot of good foreign shows, those that are far better than what Hollywood's been developing in the last year. I mean, there's actually this really good Netflix Indian series called The Royals that actually has a lot of good drama. My grandmother binged the entire series in one day.
The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time. Damon Gant.
That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago?
He was top officer and it was the first time working with him. I was nervous.
Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yeah, that's definitely like that feels taboo. What I want to know is why was Deputy Chief of Police on the investigation?
In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would have been on my hands. We won a guilty verdict and the killer was executed.
You didn't...
Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I don't have a code, and I follow it. I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something.
My sister, what?
If you were still studying forensic science...
Well, yes, of course. Well, like just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this.
Luminal testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this.
Aluminum power for taking fingerprints?
It's been chemically treated for better adhesion.
For me? Are you sure? You are the enemy, you know?
I'm no say in today's investigations. Do as you will.
Edgeworth, I'm really...
No need to thank me.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Distribution for media has always been very iffy.
Here, take your powder and take those finger files for everyone involved.
Thanks. How about giving these to Gumshoe as well? Recover fingerprints from handprints for comparison with fingerprint file.
Well, let's get going. One last investigation.
Right. I just even remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Well, first things first, I actually want to... First things first, spray. Alright, first things first, go... Oh! She's gone. Alright, first things first. Alright, court record. Okay. Okay, evidence room. Here we go. Evidence room, sector 3. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint.
He and this blood of Detective Evans' locker.
Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed.
Right, let's get started. First, choose a fingerprint.
Finger?
Each finger leaves behind a significantly different fingerprint. Let's choose a finger and choose what left behind the clearest print.
I really can't tell the difference at a glance.
Quit procrastinating and choose a finger.
Wait a minute. What's this one?
Okay, now it's time to check for fingerprints. Let me show you how it's done.
Yeah, laws are very weird and dumb sometimes.
First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around.
How do you do that?
When it's the 8 button. See?
Ah, it looks like it didn't. Looks like that did the trick.
The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess.
Huh? How do I do that?
With the expert, it's all I know. Imagine you blowing out a candle with a birthday cake. See?
Oh. Looks like fun. I might try getting used to this soon.
It's fine, you won't blow up to your nose or anything. Just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright.
It's best to give it a try. Okay, dust, 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 and...
Aha! How you did? You found one.
But it looks nothing like a fingerprint.
Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean?
I think it means...
We're out of luck.
Out of luck?
The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here.
Hey, calm down. That's just a way to give sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame.
While we're at it,
Why don't we look at the other prints?
other prints?
Look at the locker door again as closely.
There is another fingerprint. It's like there's a fingerprint outside the bloody handprint as well. See if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside of blood. Jackpot! You just gotta keep...
Yeah, print so clear it's dazzling.
dazzling.
Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it right away.
We're not done. It's quite a process.
Yeah, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right?
Guess she's right.
Look at the fingerprint data we got from his sigil with. Point at the person and you think left his prints.
Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was?
Make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So those fingerprints would most likely find on this evidence locker.
No. Comparison complete. No match found.
No match. Come on, how am I supposed to guess who they are?
Come on, how much is it?
These no obvious? The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are different places, right? It means the print probably doesn't have it to do with the case.
Just thinking if you're gonna match the finger. Why don't you match the finger?
Mr. Wright? How's this for the benefit so you'd learn?
Fine, fine. This was gumshoes, I believe. Match found.
Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe.
Something wrong, Miss Wright?
You gave me the so what look.
I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what?
It's come with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. Gotta roll the punches, Mr. Wright.
Thank you for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. I believe it was this locker. This is where we found aluminum fluid reaction, right?
Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, I want you to try using it.
Check for prints. Okay, let's check out for prints.
That's a spirit.
Oh,
You have to warn you about something first.
what?
The area with the blood was wiped away, right? And we only end up finding it using chemical means. The only prints in this area will have been wiped away, too.
Oh, right. That means no prints.
Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high?
Don't ask me.
Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away.
Prints on the other than hands left by the body hand. Now let's try. Oh, hello.
I'll give it my best shot. That kind of result won't be doing good matching prints, will?
Doesn't look like we got a clear result in this print.
Yeah, let's try a different finger then.
Oh, hang on, BRB everyone. Got it. Sorry, that was just something important I had to look up. Okay. Let's try this one. This is the pinky. I gave him my best shot. Okay, it's not that finger. Aha! And... perfect, we got a fingerprint. Okay. What the? Can't be. Nope. What the? Jake Marshall? What is his fingerprint doing here? Hey, these fingerprints, they...
Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know?
It's Officer Marshall?
Huh? Officer Jack Marshall?
Found a bloody fan print left in the evidence room. The print had been wiped.
It's gotta be coincidence. He's not involved in the crime.
Emma, this is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's print. Bruno reaction. Blood and fingerprints are in the same place.
Oh.
We have Jack Marshall's fingerprints and a wiped blood stain.
But why would Officer Marshall?
It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Did Marshall kill little Goodman? Well, we'll probably find out next time, guys. So sorry this one has to be a little bit more of a cliffhanger, but this is a very long case. And but hopefully we'll finally get the results of everything in next time. Hopefully. So much evidence, we have to decipher through it all. But that's a wrap for now. But I hope you enjoyed our time here with Ace Attorney. We'll be only doing one stream next week, which will be Mario and Luigi, obviously, because I will be heading out of town for the week, or for the weekend. We'll be leaving Wednesday, and then we'll be gone until probably Monday. Or I'll have a schedule already for Tuesday for when we'll do Ace Attorney. But that does mean we do have other things. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to be doing other stuff. Well, I'm just going to be vacationing, actually. Hopefully I'll be playing some Power Stone clones during the week on my free time. But I did say I would promise that video in June. But until then, this is Angel Star signing out from Star Jettison.